Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. In case you have missed it, I am now doing regular live codings on Twitch. So on Twitch I want to show you the whole process of building an app. I can't show you that on YouTube. On YouTube everything is perfectly cut together and you don't really see me struggle, you don't really see me test my code, you don't really see how I approach my problems, how I fix my bugs, how I Google for stuff. And that is what I want to show you on Twitch live. So you can live interact with me and we will build an app together from scratch to Play Store. Right now the plan is to do 2 live streams a week. So I'm still getting into this routine of doing these live streams. So maybe that won't be 2 live streams a week from now. But in the next weeks I will get into this routine and have these 2 live streams. And these are actually quite long. These will be about 4 hours per live stream, at least that was now the case for the first 2 live streams. And these are also more meant to be watched without having a full concentration. You know, if you watch tutorials, then you need to be fully with your mind in that tutorial to understand everything. But the live streams here, you can just lean back, watch these, and you will surely learn some things there. You will see how I approach problems, and that is just much more slowed down than tutorials. And obviously you can also interact with me live. I can much better answer your questions there. You can leave me feedback for what I do. We can help each other to learn, and that will also allow you to actually affect the outcome of the app that I will build in these live streams. And the app that we will build is a social network for you, for my community, using Ktor as a backend. And yeah, we will do all of that in the live streams. Right now, I already had the first 2 live streams, which I also recorded, and this will be the recording here. I just want to give you the short info here about this in case you've missed it, that I am actually live streaming. And also the announcement that in the future, these recordings will be available only on YouTube here for channel members for a very small monthly fee. That will be $4.99 a month. So I think that is affordable for most of you. But yeah, that is just the way how I can keep doing these live streams, because with the streams itself, I don't earn anything and they take like a whole workday a week. So that is how I try to pay my bills with that. And of course, when I'm Twitch partner, then I can also have these subs, donations and stuff like that. But I am not there yet, and I think it will take a while until I'm there. So the first 2 streams will be available for free. So you can just watch this here free on YouTube. You see how they are. You will also find a link to my Twitch channel down there. I will soon publish my streaming schedule there, so you can just check that out. Of course, watching the live streams live will always be free. Just watching all the recordings will be paid here on YouTube for, as I said, $4.99 a month. So I will be very, very, very thankful if you could check out my Twitch profile, click on follow, and actually check out my next stream. So we really want to make this the top coding stream on Twitch, because there are not that many already. And yeah, let's do that, guys. We will make a really cool and sick app. In the first live stream, you will see the mockups, how I created these, and the second one that I will also publish in the next days. I think I also just prepared this video here before the next one. And there you will see how we start coding, Jetpack compose stuff, testing, everything, how I basically build apps. So now lean back and enjoy the stream. One more issue is with the first stream, 30 minutes of recording are gone, sadly, because of some technical issues. My software didn't record these 30 minutes, but 3.5 hours are not lost. So most of the stream is actually, you can actually watch that. So lean back and enjoy it. Have fun. Thanks for watching. Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Would be cool to see that in chat. That looks good. Yeah, so welcome to my first live stream. Have some mercy with me if some weird things happen here. I'm quite new to all this Twitch stuff. But in case you have missed this a little bit, what the goal of the stream here is, in the future streams, I plan to do this on a regular basis, is that we basically build an app together from scratch without having any mockups, without having any planning, to finally probably release it in Play Store, or at least get it to a state that is releasable, I would say. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. You can see I have Adobe XD open. And in this first stream, my plan is to design some mockups, because I never start coding without having some mockups. That just helps a lot to build the app. Because if you don't know how it looks like, then it will just look bad. And yeah, the goal is just to have some interaction here. If you have any feedback, just leave that in the chat. If you just want me to implement a specific feature, yeah, just tell that in the chat, and then we can discuss about it. It shouldn't become too complex, because the more complex it gets, the faster I probably have to go through it, or rather the less I have to explain. I can explain. So yeah, the goal is actually, I made a survey on YouTube. The goal is to make a little social network with Jetpack Compose, with Ktor, and that should be a social network for my community. So for you, so you can use it, you can make simple posts there, probably similar to Instagram. Probably I will add a little chat in there, because a lot of you wish that. And that is pretty much it. So I will show you the whole process: designing the mockups, planning it, developing it, testing it. Yeah, that's basically it. And releasing it. I don't know if I can show that on stream. There's quite a bit of sensitive stuff to show. But at least getting it to that state, that would be pretty cool. So I have no idea. I haven't planned anything here. And I'm just here with this blank project. If you have any suggestions, as I said, just put these in the chat. And I try to take a look here every now and then. And also, if you have any questions regarding coding, regarding Android, put these in the chat. And I hope I see them. And I see this is working. AI8bet is now following. Thank you. So usually when I start designing, I take a look at Dribble, because I'm a shitty designer. And is it Dribble? Yeah, I'm a shitty designer, and I have no idea how to do good designs. If you have great design files on Dribble, send me these. But apart from that, I would just search for social media app here. Oh no, I don't want to sign in. Can I search here? Yes. Social network, for example. So first of all, we actually have to think about which screens do we actually want to have. So Dribble is great for inspiration, but I don't want to implement a design here as it is on Dribble. I want to have my custom branding on it, probably in my typical color theme. But well, obviously we need some login and registration. That would be usually the first screen. We want to have some kind of feed. So like this one here, for example. This is very similar to Instagram. I don't want to make it too similar to Instagram. But we have a main feed. We can post photos. We can give them descriptions, give them likes, comments, and stuff. So that's already a similarity. But I don't want to look at I don't want it to look like that. Today, what are you going to build? Yeah. So for those who joined, I will build a social network for you, for my community. Today won't be any coding, just mockup design, because that will take quite some time, and I want to show you the whole process. Figma is better. Yeah, I like Adobe XD, but it's so similar. Yeah, let's take a look. I think I need to be logged in here. Give me a minute. Let's do it like this. Okay. Yeah, so I was at the screens. We need a feed, we need a login register screen, we need some kind of profile. We need, what do we need? we need a screen for chat channels. We need a screen for messages. What else? To edit your profile. There are probably some more when we build this. But yeah, that's the main screens, I would say. Let's take a look. These always look so cool on Dribble, but it's so hard to do this in practice. But with Jetpack Compose, it's actually easier than with XML. You can do much more customized layouts. Yeah, I also want to make this a little bit coder style. So rather a social network for programmers. So just that you can put your programming languages that you know on your profile and stuff like that. Because I guess most of you are programmers. Is search bar hard to implement? Search bar for what? For profiles? Yeah, that's true. We need a search screen. That's not so hard to implement unless you use Firebase. That sucks. But we don't use Firebase here, no worries. Markdown support. Yeah, would be a thing. I used Markdown in one of my courses for my Node app course. That's actually not too difficult to implement in Android, but I don't know how it is with Jetpack Compose. Can we watch a recording of the stream once it's over? Yes, you can. I will upload old streams on YouTube. I don't know when, if I will directly upload these like afterwards, but they will be uploaded. Will the app have notifications? Yeah, then it gets much more complex, because yeah, we could do this with like one signal or so for the chat stuff. I have to think about that. I mean, it usually belongs to a social network app, but yeah, it's difficult to do these things on stream, I think, because there's always so much sensitive information involved, like API keys that I can't show here. So if I just build my custom backend that runs locally here, then that's not an issue. But if I do one signal or Firebase FCM stuff here, then the chances are that I accidentally show something I don't want to show. Thanks for the follow, Jans B6. Yeah, let's take a look here. I like some dark design, definitely. That's also a question. Do we want to have a light and a dark theme, or just a dark theme? Because I prefer just dark theme. Yeah, they have that's more like a chat app and voice calling and stuff. I would say let's just jump into it, and then you can just tell me if it sucks or not. So let's start with the login screen. I usually let these always look very similar because I'm not too creative with these kind of things. But let's start. We obviously login. We just want to use email, I guess, email and password. So let's have our email text here. Give it a little rounded corners. I don't know. And yeah, let's make it in dark mode. So we give this a background of maybe this. That's too dark. I don't know. And then these text fields, we can make these not have a fill. And maybe, yeah, that could be the idle state with a gray border. And if we enter something, we could give it this green that I always use. It actually looks very similar to the social network that I used to have a premium course about, which is now free. But I want to make it look better than that. I'm not too happy with what I did back then. And let me Let me check that link. Oh, okay, that's for colors just. Yeah. Adobe actually also has that color tool, Adobe Colors, which might be cool for some of you. Color.adobe.com. No. So here the stuff starts where I have no idea about how to do this for your app. I mean, you can just drag around these things. You can select a color theme, either one of these modes, for example, just similar colors. But I have no idea which one is the best for an app. I'm not an UI expert. Can you move your camera position, your camera border in screen? What do you mean? You mean my camera box? Make it a little smaller, okay. I can do that. Like this. Is it better? Put a 1 in chat if it's better, and a 2 if not. Yeah. 1, 2, 1. Okay, yeah, it looked like you like it more. Or not. I don't know. I'll leave it like that. Looks like, yeah. Yeah. Let's head back to Adobe XD. Because someone also asked that, which software I use. It's Adobe XD. You can also use Figma. It's so similar. Let's take a look. We want to have a login here. And yeah, that should be like some kind of very, very light gray. You usually don't want to put total white here on a dark background. It's from a UX perspective, it's a little bit better to read if it's a little bit more gray. So I think it's EEE, what I always used. That looks fine. Look at this. Get a bit bigger. Now, next question is, what kind of font do we use? So what I like is Poppins. I think I use that on my website. What I also like is Montserrat. Yeah, that looks a little bit better in my opinion. So let's give this a little bit of hint. Email. Make this a little bit thinner. Roboto is also cool, that's true. Let's try Roboto. Yeah, that looks cool. Use text input layout instead. I will do this in Jetpack Compose. There is no text input layout. But Jetpack Compose has these, how's it called? I think it's just text field. And they are basically material design text fields. So it comes down to the same. But that would be, in the end, just this outlined text field from material design. So when you want to type something, then the hint jumps to this top left corner, I would say. And the hint shouldn't be white. It should be some dark gray like this. And also this shouldn't be green by default, only if it's selected. Let's make it this. This looks like it's disabled. That doesn't look good. Yeah, I have no idea. I'm so bad at UX design and UI design. What if we take the same color here? I guess that looks okay. Yes, I will upload this on YouTube. And yes, this will be in Jetpack Compose. What do you think about quicksand font? I don't know that. Let's try it out. Quicksand. Oh, it also looks cool. And Roboto was this. It's not a big difference, but I like this actually. Yeah, let's stick with that. Make it green. What should I make green? Put some shadow. Yeah, we could also, that's true, we could also make this have like a fill, but shadows are difficult if we have a dark background. What if we take the same white as a background? This looks cool in my opinion. So we don't have a border at all. But how can we make this look elevated? I have no idea how you do that with a dark background. So if there is some UI expert among you, text field green. I think that's, I don't know, green background. I think that's a little bit too much. Yeah, border green. I think I actually like, whoops, I actually like this one. Let's stick with this. We can always change it later. Copy this. Make the same for password. And then we can make a big green button here to log in. Yeah. Green stroke, but we can make the green stroke when we are actually typing something. How would that look? Maybe a little bit thicker. I mean, we need some kind of highlight when we're typing something. Do we really? Because it already gives us the highlight with a cursor. Thanks for the follow, Daniel Jesus. No, I don't like this border. I like this, and I like having a green button here. With border here. We can make it. Nah, let's give it the same border radius as these two. How do they look if we give them a little bit less border? Yeah, that looks better. Just 5. Can we include motion layout, but in Compose? I don't think there is already a composable for that to give our stuff the motion behavior. But you can, of course, write that on your own. I don't know if you want that. Yeah, another reason why I don't want to start coding today is also that what I've heard, Compose gets stable in 3 days on July 28th. And I don't want to start this project on Canary and then directly need to update all this, all the stuff for the next stream. Would you teach Ktor in stream? Yes, of course. That's part of the stream. So let's give this a nice little green. Like this. I mean, it will always look a little bit different in the app in the end. Yeah, let's say login. Make this white. Bold doesn't look good. Like this, maybe a little bit more like this. Maybe a little bit more like No, not like this. I think that looks decent. You can choose another color for text and button. Put your logo on top. What are prerequisites for these streams? Not really anything. I mean, if you don't know that much about Android, then chances are that you won't understand everything. But I can promise you that you will learn a lot, especially once the actual coding starts. But yeah, I don't know if I want to change the color here. Let's make it dark, something like this. Yeah, that looks a little bit better, I think. A bit darker green for the button. I like this green. That is actually my color theme, my green that I always use. So yeah, let's leave it like that. We can always change it later if we don't like it. I already see the hard part about streaming is that I have to work and communicate with you at the same time. Let's have a link here for signing up, because yeah, that's the login screen. And we can say something like, don't have an account, sign up. Give this some kind of white or EEE. Checkbox for remembering my information. I think we just leave the user logged in until they log out. I think that's easier. Have some accent colors after the primary ones. Yeah, the question is which one. So we can use complementary colors to green, which would be like orange or violet, I think. Yeah, obviously I want to make this highlighted with, but I'm not sure if I want to highlight this in green, because that could be a little bit confusing. I don't know, because then we have two green highlights here and the user doesn't really know where to click. Will we see Firebase? No, this doesn't use Firebase. We will write our own custom backend. Will next live be on next Sunday? Yes, that is the plan. Sign up should be at bottom of page. Yeah, it is at the bottom of the page. Oh, what do you mean? Looks awesome. Thank you. First person who said that. Shared element transition is very, very difficult right now with Compose, sadly. Maybe they include that in the stable build, but I don't think so, actually. Because that would probably be needed in the navigation library of Compose. Yeah, that's true. That's a good guess. And with the password toggle, we should do that. We have some... Where can I get icons here? Oh. How do I stretch this eye? Yes, this looks good. Having this icon here. A little bit smaller. And give it same color as this hint. Yeah, that looks better. We should also make this for the registration, to be honest. So then we can actually, we don't need this confirm password functionality, because the user can just toggle it and see what they entered. Let's do it like this. I'm not too sure about this link color here. If you come up with some cool accent colors apart from this green, maybe some darker ones, I don't know. But I don't think we should use complementary colors here. Let's just leave it like that. I will actually make this a group. Control G. This one as well. And this one. When will the stable build for Compose be up? Yeah, I think it's in 3 days. What's the name of this platform? It's Adobe XD, or I don't know if you mean the social network app. Then yeah, you can come up with a name and we see. I just called it Twitch Social Network right now. I could also put my logo in here, as someone said. Let me take a look. That is a little bit big. Like this, and then move this down a little bit. And this. I'm not too sure. Maybe try having the whole piece of text for Senna be green. No, I wouldn't do that because it should... This would be too big of a highlight in my opinion. So then we have two big highlights. On the one hand, the login button and the sign up. And I think this is a little bit more readable. Some green shadow. I don't know how a green shadow would look like. Where can we add shadow here? I think there are some effects here. Which... Oh, that's a group. Yeah, here's shadow. It's a green shadow. It's a very decent. What if we increase it? And I'm not too sure. That is too strong. Are you going to explain every code line or just the essentials? I won't explain every code line. This is not a tutorial here. This is more like you see how I work. Of course I explain stuff, but we also want to get this actually done. I already see how long it takes to design such a simple screen here because of the interaction with you. I don't know. Do you like the green shadow, the green glow? If you like it, put a 1 in chat. If not, 2. Nope. Okay, that's also an answer. Then yeah, let's head over to the registration. I would say I'm not too sure about the logo either. That's too big. Let's get rid of the logo. Let's just center this. Leave this down there. I think that looks decent. Let's how can we copy this? I think here. Let's give this a name of login screen. And sign up or register. Let's call it register screen. And this will be very similar actually. Register. We could also say register with register a new account. Make this a little bit smaller. I don't know. And then here, login with an existing account. No. Let's leave it simple. And for the registration, do we need some extra info? I mean, if we have some profile creation here, then maybe we need some kind of onboarding. I mean, we have to think about what we want on our profile. I mean, we could register and then the user could do that manually later. Or we could force the users to give some default info like profile image, or like maybe some programming languages they know. I don't know. Should have a confirm password field too. The other thing is we have this password toggle. I don't know if it's really necessary to have a confirm password field if the user can actually check what they entered. No, I don't plan to add Google sign in. This will be basic auth or OAuth. No, I don't implement OAuth here. Most likely JWT. We obviously also need some kind of text to get back to login. Already have an account. Sign in. Like this. We have a plan to publish that training app that measured weight. That will be part of my next premium course. It's not a full app. It's just where I show how to use Canvas and these the scale and this height measure thing will be part of it. Here, of course, register. What do you think? Username. That is a good catch. We should actually give people usernames. Let's add that here. And then we could also log in with the username. Yeah, let's take email for uniqueness and a username, which should also be unique, but for display reasons. Yeah. Well, let's try how that looks like. Let's make this a username. You will need the email for forget password. Yeah, I don't know if I implement forget password here. That would also then involve that we set up some email server with a lot of credential stuff that I don't need to show here on stream. Yeah, probably not. But I mean, it's a start. How do you like this in general? Can you give it a grade from 1 to 5? 5 would be awesome. 1 would be bad as hell. I don't know if I can curse here on stream. Yeah. 3, 4. Oh, we got a 5 there. Thank you. Yeah, I think we can definitely improve this. Adding a splash screen. Yeah, we could do that. That's easy. And there we can show the logo. That's true. So that is register screen. Can do it like this. Oops. How can I move this? I don't know. Let's make the splash screen here. Drag it from the title. Oh, okay. Thank you. Remove this, and I will add my logo. So that will be the splash screen. Make it a little bit smaller. Yeah, that's a good catch. We should change this to username or email. Just give the user more options. And these should also be a little bit smaller, I think, these texts, these hints. So what is it? 17. And here as well. Oops. Add title to splash screen. Which title? I don't even have a name for this. How long do you think this stream will last? Yeah, so it would be cool if we get the mockups today. So it will last, I guess, a few hours. So I would really like to jump into the more practical part in the next stream, like coding, maybe like database design. I don't know if I already do that in the next stream. But just, yeah, outlining the architecture in the next stream and starting to code. I think that's what's interesting for most of you. But I also get a lot of requests to make UI tutorials. I have no idea of UI, as you can see, but yeah, I still have to make mockups here. Let's see. What else do we need? If we really make a network for programmers here, then yeah, as I said, we either need some kind of onboarding to let the user choose a profile picture and maybe some programming languages or skills. Or we'll leave that completely up to the user. So once they registered, they have a completely empty profile and need to assign the rest. Philipp gangs. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I like that one. But let's continue designing. The name is not too important right now. Let's take a look at Dribble again. So I want users to be able to post posts with an image and a description. And if we want to make something, if we want to go crazy, we could also add hashtags. But that already adds quite a bit of complexity. So I would say we first just make normal posts with an image and a description, or maybe leave it optional to post an image. So we could also do Twitter-like posts. I think I need to be here. Yeah, here I'm logged in. Man, these All these look so great. Yeah, that looks cool. I think this post here. But I don't even know if that is a post. So I don't want it to look exactly like Instagram posts. I want to have my kind of own thing. So one idea I have in my mind right now, don't know if that looks decent, is let's copy this. Let's just start designing one piece of post. So that will be the main feed, I would say. Yeah, home screen with bottom navigation, that sounds good. That is simple and good UX. Do not add hashtags if you want any social network to be any good. Yeah, I mean, Instagram has hashtags. I don't know if any, I think Twitter has that as well. But I anyway think that would add too much complexity. Now let's take a look at how we design a post. That should be wide, obviously. We should make this in dark mode, obviously. Let's remove the border first. We should make this like a dark gray, but not as dark as the background. Like maybe this. Yeah, predefined text, that would also be an idea. So let's give this also border radius of 5. I think you should always stay kind of consistent with your border radius. So not that this one has suddenly like 15 and these text fields have 5. Should stay consistent with that. Like this. That's a decent radius. And what I thought about, we have some example image here. Let me take a look. Yeah, without Kermit. No, I don't want this to... Like this. And we also have to think about, do we make this, which format we use? Do we make this squared like Instagram? Then we have to crop it. Will you be able to add follow users? Yes, you somehow need to add some other users to your feed so you see their posts. That is the main feed screen. So I plan that it's similar to Instagram. So just those posts of those people you follow will appear there. So what I thought about, maybe we can also give this a little bit rounded corners. And then, do I have some image of a profile image? Take a look. Yeah. Man. Let's say that is the profile image of whoever made that post. What if we make this like in the middle here? Then I mean it covers a little bit of the image. And not so big maybe. And then we can give this image maybe a bit of shadow. Do we even see that shadow? And yeah, we could, let's leave this. Make this a little bit bigger. Why? Like this. And then we can extend this down here with a description. How do you like this? That post thing needs to be a little bit taller. Yeah, I mean, we need to think about which aspect ratio do we want. And is this? Yeah, that is a rounded corner. But I wonder why. Oh, there's also a rounded corner. I don't want rounded corners at the bottom, so let's remove that. So we actually just extend this here with some, just as an Instagram, we have like, or is it heart? Here. Now, do we make this? No, not this one. Do we make this white or red? Yeah, the user can obviously have as many posts as they like. Or do you mean per post? I think per post we just leave single image for now. Green heart. I don't know if a green heart looks good. I mean, that's not the typical heart color. I think it's either white or it's red, but no, I don't like this red on this dark background. I'll leave it at also our font color EEE and make it a bit smaller. You really like red more? Let's make the other icons, because I think only the heart would make sense to be in red. And I don't know if it looks good if the others are not in red. And also decrease the border size a bit. Can you double tap? Yeah, we can do that. That's not too difficult. So we also need some kind of comment option. So my plan is actually to only show the description here of this post. Let's get some lorem text. I know there's a plugin for XD, but I don't think I have it. How can I, yeah, like this. And then we make this our font color, EEE. Yeah, it looks a bit bad because of the text. Let's just remove this word. So that would be the post description. We obviously want to have an option to share. Then we have this typical Google share icon, this arrow. We can also just do this. And we want to have comments. Username should be added too. That is a good catch. I will add that. Something like this. And question is, where do we add the username? And also there are no rounded corners. Let's add these here. Yeah. How many likes on the image? Yeah, that of course also needs to be displayed. How it should be filled? I mean, shouldn't it be filled once the post is liked? We somehow need to indicate that if the post is liked or not. And these icons, yeah, they can be a little bit smaller, that's true. Like this. And I mean, in the end, it will look kind of similar to Instagram, but it's okay. Let's add some text for the username. Like this. And we, of course, need to change the font size here because I don't think it shows. Which one did we use here? Quicksand, yes. The username should be bold. And quicksand. Is there even a difference? No. Okay. Or do I have to select this? No, there's no difference. Looks like there's no bold version. I don't know. And where do we add how many people like this post? Change color of username to green. Yeah, that could be an idea. Yeah, I actually like that. We could also take this. Let's group these and drag them over to the right side. Like this. And maybe a little bit more down. And then we can... I don't know where to display the list of people who liked it. Having the heart be filled. would make the icons more consistent. That's true. Let's see how it would look like if it was filled. Yeah. How do you like this? Increase the username size. Let's try this as well. Yeah. And this description obviously needs to be cut off at some point. Question is, how many lines do we show? What if we do it like this? And then we can add something down here. And I also want that you can click on this post to see everything. So there's also post detail view, and there you can then add comments. Yeah, 3 lines is cool. And what if we add down here, how many like this? Let's try this. Liked by whatever, 15, 16 people. And can we quicksand? There's also quicksand. But this somehow needs to stand out. And sadly I can't make this font bold. So the question is if we really want to use quicksand, if we can't make it bold. Read more button, yes, that is... We could do that down here. No, we don't want to use a real button for that, rather just a label, just text. I think a button would be too much for each and every post. But I'm still here at this text. How do we make this text stand out? I don't want it to be green because we already have the username in green. Let's see if we make all of this in Roboto. Do you like this font more? So I think we can make this one bold. Yes. Then it stands out a little bit. And I don't know if should we show comments in the main feed or should we show comments once we click on the post? I mean, we can add a little comment count here. What if we do it like this and say like 7 comments? And then if we click on these comments, then it's basically the same as if we click on the post. Have it be kind of gray but darker. You mean this text? Or the read more but nothing. Let's put this down. And yeah, where do we add this read more button? Maybe center it? I don't know. We say read more. And make this a little bit like this. And then Move these up. Move this up. I don't know if I like it being centered at the end of the text. Yeah, it's probably best if we do it like Instagram. Yeah, let's do it. Forget about that. So let's do it like this, and then say read more. Should we capitalize it? I don't know. Yeah, let's do it. And then we make this a little bit darker. Like this. And then we still have this profile picture here, which differentiates us from Instagram. I think the size is actually okay for that. So if we either click on this profile picture or on the name, we get to the user's profile. Here we have the obvious actions. And for the rest, we actually get to the post where we can then add comments. Looks good. Okay. Looks like you like it. Then let's think about what else do we need. Will you have story? No, probably not. I mean, we can always extend this later. I really want to make sure that we actually make an app that we also get done in the stream. So this shouldn't take like half a year to finish. Because it really takes a long time if I code and interact with you. Let's care about the bottom navigation, I would say. I will group this. Move it a bit to the top. It's also the question if we want to have a toolbar. Not sure. Let's care about the bottom navigation first. Yeah, let's also make this a bit darker here. Like, what did we have? 404040. So just as the post. And so which screens do we have? I would also like to have a floating action button in the middle of it to create a post. I don't know how we can do this in XD. Let's try this. So I want to cut out an area here. I think we can somewhere here, these actions, but I can't do these. The picture should be some kind of border green. That would also be an idea, actually. Let's try that. Oh, yeah, of course it needs to be round. Like this. I think this puts a little bit too much focus on the picture and not too much on the actual post. We make this. Oh, that is already the thinnest version of the border. We can try this in Compose later. There we can make the border thinner, but I'm not too sure about this. let's try to fix this. If any one of you knows how I can use these intersection options here, I think I need to, oh, okay, I need to select both. How do I do this? Yeah, that's it. Let's make this a bit bigger. So we cut out a little bit more. I like this. And then we can make another one that fits in there. And that can be green. Should not have a border. How do you like this? I mean, with Compose, we can also make our complete custom bottom navigation, so we don't need to use this bottom app bar, I think it's called. That would allow us to do this. The toolbar cutter looks a bit too sharp. Yeah, we could round the corners, can we? I don't know how this works, but Can we do this? No. Yeah, you see, I don't often work in XD here. Let's leave it like that for now. And add an icon here. This one. I think that actually looks okay. We could also not cut it out and just have this floating action button in the middle and with a shadow. I'm making the icon white. No, I like dark more. We also have here have this dark on green here as well, so I would stay consistent with that. Let's add some icons for our screens. So so we have our home feed. Do we have icons for that? Posts. I could just give it a home icon, but this, and give it the border color of EEE, and when we select it, we make it green. Like this. So when I select it, it would look like this. I think it's, yeah, it's better if we do it more gray. And maybe a little bit smaller. I don't know, should we add text here or just leave the icons? Let's add some more. Let's have one for the chat. This, no. Let's try this one. And which color did we choose? Let's copy it. Yeah, that's fine. So what else do we have? We need something for a profile. Home chat profile settings. I don't know if I want to put the settings in the bottom navigation view. We could have that just in the profile screen. Search is a good keyword. We need a search. I also want these icons to be a little bit smaller. Like this. Oh, notification button. That's also interesting. That we have an activity feed. Home search notifications profile. But where do we put the chat? We can put the search in a toolbar actually. So if we take this pose, drag it a little bit down, have a toolbar, swipe left to chat. That is too Instagram-like, man. We want our own social network. Have this in this color. And here we can then add a search icon. Let's take this. So I think this would be okay. Having this with our EE, a little bit thinner. Oh, that's not the border. What if we give it a border? Oh, let's pick a different one. Why not make profile into a bar? That would also be an option, but I mean, we have to ask ourselves which actions are probably used the most. And I think you're more frequently on your profile than you are actually searching someone. So the profile should, in my opinion, be in the bottom navigation view because that's just what you need the most. How does this look like? It's a little bit thinner. Yeah, that's okay, I think. A little bit smaller. Yeah. And also, do we want to put some text in here for the toolbar? No, I most likely won't add stories in this app. Let's add some text like your feed. And this is Roboto, that's fine. Have this a bit bigger. That's okay in my opinion. And if we navigate somewhere, we can add a back arrow here. Yeah, that's okay. Let's get back to the bottom navigation. So we had an activity feed. Can we get an icon for that? Which icon should we pick for an activity feed? Like actions. Hi David, I'm using Adobe XD. And welcome. The bells notification, that's a good idea. Let's, not bells, bell. Let's also pick the outlined one. Like this. That looks cool. And finally, profile. Or person. Yes. Just the material design one. Or, yeah, actually I would like to have an outline person because we only have outline icons. This can also be a little bit thinner. But there, oh, here's a person outline. Yeah, we have one. Yeah, we would need to make this a little bit thinner in our code, but I can't change that here next D now because it's not considered a border. But I think this is fine. And because we're here in our main feed, we need to highlight this green. Waiting for the fun part. Yeah, same here. I want to code, but this is just what we need to do before starting. So, do you think this is enough for highlighting it? Or should we add some maybe text or background? You can add underline. Let's try how that looks like. Yeah, that could be decent. And yeah, I like this. How do you like this? Background circle. Let's try circle. No, I think the underline is better. I like this. Let's group these. And I mean, that already looks fine. We're improving. This looks very basic here, the login and register, but I like this feed. Let's copy this and have another post down here. And move this down. We could also give this thing here a shadow. Add some numbers on bell. Yes, of course we can do that. Yeah, we can also do it here. Just having... Should we make this now in green or in red? Let's try green first. And then having like a 6 in here. Yeah, I like this. Yeah, let's leave it like that. Maybe put this a bit up here. I mean, we can worry about the details later. Let's get to the next screen. What else do we have? We have a chat screen. What if number goes to double digit? I mean, double digit should fit here, right? We have to make it centered. It would fit. And would this fit? For that, we would need to make it a little bit smaller. So that would look okay. I think 9 plus would be a little bit too less for cutting off something. I think this looks okay with a 99 plus. Let's get to the next screen. We want to get done here. We want to get it done here today. So let's first add the screen if we click on a pose. Then in this screen, I don't want to show the bottom navigation view. And I want to have a back arrow. Like this, make it smaller. Question is, what do we put on the for the headline here, for the post detail? And I think here we also don't want this post to look like in the feed. Are you going to make a video calling option? No way I do this here. No, sorry. When will the session end? Oh, it's kind of open end. I have time today. It will last quite some time. Because it takes some time. Maybe if we don't get this done today, then I will continue the UI part here in next Sunday. But yeah, I want to get done as much as possible today. So I kind of want this to fill the whole screen's width, and this looks bad. Like this. And I think I stretched everything here. Let's just stretch the image. And move this a bit downwards. Yeah, of course we need to show comments. That will be implemented here. But the question is, how do we display this? Do we want this background for everything, this little bit lighter gray, or do we want this main background here for everything? So we could do it like this. I think this looks better. And if we do it like this, no. This does not look better. I would leave it like this, that we have still the dark background on top of that. Let's take a look at the comments. First of all, if we have more text here, then we want to remove the read more. So we just want to display the whole description here in this view. We don't want to display the comment count, because we display the comments here. We want to display how many liked it. Dark looks good. So you mean this normal dark here, this background of our app? So if we, oops, what did I do? Like this. I'm not sure, because here we have this little bit lighter gray for our post background. Then I kind of also want this here. So how do we get this back? Redo is not working. Let's make a new one. I kind of like this more, to be honest. What we could also think about is that we reduce the size here, but not of this, that we do it kind of like this. No, that looks bad. That looks bad. Let's not do it. Like this. I think it looks okay. Let's worry about the comments. So for the comments, it's a question, do we want to show a profile picture for every single comment? Or just username? Let's try having profile pictures. And can I do this? Yes. I will hit record again, but now we are missing like 30 minutes. I don't know in how far Twitch saves these. I know that Twitch can save these, that you can also watch these on Twitch later. And I hope I can download these from Twitch. And yeah, now it's recording again. It's like, well, 30 minutes is like not on my PC right now. Now I am smarter for the next time, that I will take a look at that. Anyways, let's take care of this. But I don't know why it just stops recording in Streamlabs. I mean, I just looked, the video file is just 1.6 gigabytes. That's not too big for a video file. Yeah, I think it's... Should we make the text a bit bigger or not? Let's add some Lauren text here. Will you have unsend option? No, most likely I won't. Like this, and we would like to also have some time. We could put this here, like this. I think that looks okay. Maybe a little bit darker. I think we should, first of all, only implement text messages here. This is already very complex what we do here. But clean architecture is something that allows us to easily extend it later. So if this actually turns out as something that you really like, these streams, and if these streams consistently get quite some viewers, then I'm totally open to extend this app. Let's do the same for the other message. I don't think I can modify this now. Oh, I can. Perfect. Center this. Make this that color. Give it a shadow. This one should also have a shadow. Isn't the green on text too bright? I don't know. I mean, it's kind of the theme. If we zoom out, I think it looks cool. Let's design some messages first, and then we can take a look. Make this like, oops, didn't want to move it. Something like this. This should actually be earlier. And we add the text here. We can try around with the colors. Let's just add some messages. I will group this. Move it up a bit. And then let's just extend it here. And also take this thing here. Copy it and no. And this one. Enter a message. So let's play around with the colors. I see there's quite a bit of discussion going on there. Let's also do it like this. With this here. Like this. Yeah. So definitely agree that this is bright. Question is if it's too bright. So someone said it should be a teal color. Where do I get teal? That's... But that, I don't know if... I mean, that's not teal. What does it exactly look like? Or color code? How do I get the color code here? 754 times F. But that's... I mean, it... Is it that? Yeah. That's totally different from the rest of the app. Okay, someone sent this color code. Yeah, teal is a little bit darker actually. This one, yes, that... What if we take a green, but a darker green? Like we had this one. And what if we take this? And then we can make this white. How would that look? Or rather this. The background of the message box should be lighter. Yeah. If we... You mean something like this? And this? How do you like this? No. I mean, compared with the rest of the app, the thing is we only have green, dark, and white. We kind of need some extra color for that. What if we what if we use this kind of white? This. How do you like this? The send button is just in this color as long as we didn't enter a message. Once we enter something and we're ready to send, I will make this green in the app. So it looks like white is better. Let's leave it like that. Yeah, that looks cool. And then we also, if we enter something and this is green, then this kind of stands out to actually send something. So that's fine, I think. Overall, this actually looks decent right now. I mean, login registration is very simple and basic, but these 4 screens are okay in my opinion. Can you make arrows smaller? Which arrow? The top one? Ah, the triangle thing, okay. Yes, let's try that. Yes, that's better. Thank you. It's quite thick, yes, it is. I think it's cool. Let's leave it like that. Which other screens do we have? We have notification, we have search left, we have profile left, and maybe edit profile. So yeah, let's do the activity next, I would say. So we take the chat screen and copy it. Welcome, Noodle Man. Thanks for the follow. Let's do the activity next. The stream is being recorded right now. There's just 30 minutes that weren't recorded. But you still should stay in the screen, in the stream. The notification screen will be similar to the chat activity. Will it? Yeah. Question is, what kind of notifications do we want to show? Man, that will be really complex. I don't think we should have an image there. Let's just copy this and modify the rest. I don't want an image here. It should be similar to Instagram. I think that we don't show too much information here. Just, hey, this person liked your post. Yeah. Let's so, for example, liked your post. Then we don't need this text. Let's first duplicate it. Now, I really want to make this a little bit more simple. So even if someone comments, I don't want to show what the exact comment is. I just want to show, hey, this is what happened. Someone liked your post, someone commented, and that's it. Yes, I don't need that second line. That's true. I want to remove it. So just like this. And when we click on this, then we get to the corresponding post. And commented on your post. We need to make this a little bit smaller. I think like this, it looks okay. Remove this one. I think it's really as simple as that. What if we highlight this a bit and your post a bit, so we can click on the post to get to the post, or we can click on the name to get to the profile. Are you going to use FTP again? No, I don't think so. The name should have more emphasis. Yeah, I think green would not fit too good here. Because if we have a lot of notifications here, the whole screen will be of green text. What if we make this just bold and the rest not bold? This looks okay. Yes, that's the plan. To click on username, open the profile, click on your post, open the post. I think it's cool. So, oh, we should add this. Your activity, your, yeah, I don't know. I think this looks okay. Kind of like this. It fits to the rest of the app. Also, I wonder if this is a little bit different gray than this. So I wonder if we should pick this gray for everything or this gray. What is this? Let's try this here. Do you like this more? I think we should stay consistent here. Let's make these chat bubbles in this gray. Yeah, now it's consistent. Okay. Next up will be profile. So what are you missing? The search, the profile, and editing a profile. But that's pretty much it then. So I will take a 5-minute break now, and then I will be right back and we will implement the rest. So see you guys. Okay, welcome back. So let's implement the profile next. Let's first rename this to activity screen. So I think the profile will be a little bit more work, depending on what information you want to show there. Which do we copy? Let's copy the main feed. Okay, yeah, let's put it down here. How long will be the stream? Until we're done here. So yeah, we still have the search, which shouldn't be too different from the chat screen, I would say. Except we don't need to show the last message and the time. So just users basically. And we need to implement the profile, which will probably take a little bit longer because there are quite some details. And the edit profile screen. That's it. So I guess like 45 minutes from now. And I will also make a little Q&A round at the end, like for 10 minutes or so. So just general Q&A, like I do on Instagram. But here I can probably answer some more questions. So that will be the profile screen. Actually, do we need two profile screens? So we need to think about, does it look different when we're on someone else's profile than when we're on our own? Are there many differences? Maybe a GitHub profile. That's also an idea. Yeah, that's actually cool. We can make a little GitHub icon. Okay, let's try that. Let's remove this. Let's highlight this. Remove the underline. Okay. Then how do we do this? Let's take this just for copying stuff. What we could do is take the pen here. What if we do something like this? Something a little bit round. That won't be 100% symmetric here. But let's try that. Just having some kind of background here. How do I give that a background? What if this stays dark? And this... No, this should be... If it's on top of it, it should be lighter. So... this one. And it should be down here. Then I thought that we take this profile picture. I mean, it's not totally symmetric. In the app it would be. And we make it like this. Something like this. Maybe not this shape. Greenish background. Yeah. We could also do that. Yeah, that doesn't look bad. Light green? No. This is too bright. Let's try that. I kind of want to show a bit more information. This is very, very simple here. Let's search for profile screens. Like this? Oh, come on. Let's... Okay, now you had this one, I think. And like this. Oh, it even shows your skills, HTML. By the way, should we also have a screen that shows a list of who you follow? I think we should. But that's also very easy, it's just a list. Yeah, but I want to have profiles here. This is a cool one. We could also have such a profile banner, like an image that we can choose. How do you like that? Let's see. We remove this. That should be out of the group. And we say we have like a banner here. And let's add a photo in there. Like this. And we put this down there. Okay, that looks bad because of the photo. Let's take a look if I have a better photo. I think I do. This one. How do you like this? And we could even do it like, well, not like this. How can I make sure that it... Oh, I even want this. Yes, that's true, but I need to copy this first. Like this, and then we can make this a bit smaller. Can you use alpha value for which background? You mean this one, or? I don't know why we should reduce the alpha value there. But I kind of like this. What if we give our image a border? Maybe not green, but white. And then we even don't need to crop it. So if we make this a bit bigger. Gray, that's probably better, that's true. Not this. The border. And it's also not... What? That's not what I want. Yeah, I think it's because the image is not perfectly cropped. Doesn't matter here. In the app it will be. So we could make it like this. Yeah, gray looks cool. It's oval, yeah, it is. I don't know why. Let's try that again. And let's... How can we remove this again? Let's revert all of that. Remove this. Like this. And now make a perfect circle for our image. That looks better. Now it's perfect. Look at that beauty. So is it too big? A little bit small, I would say. Yeah. And then we have our name. It's not in center. You are right. Question is, I don't think we should leave the name in green here. We should just make it kind of white. And bigger. And centered. Mm-hmm. Cool. I mean, we can even leave these posts here because we also want to show the posts in the profile. Let's not worry about that for now. Let's just have a text for the bio. Without read more. Here we can just limit the character count. And yeah, we can add some social links. As someone said with GitHub, that was a cool idea. Do we have GitHub icons here? Oh, we even have one here. Perfect. So let's add this. Don't know where to add these yet. Let's just make it white. Yeah, I don't want to put a link in this bio. I just want to have a GitHub icon, and when we click on it, we get to the profile. Like this. Then we can also add, for example, Instagram. Yeah, we should make this center too. You're right. Question is if we want to center the text like this and like this. Yeah, we'll get to the posts in a moment. We will then take care of this image and stuff. So what else? We want to show some skills, I guess. Just some programming languages for now. Predefined ones. LinkedIn, that's a good idea. Probably this one. I think that's okay for the social icons. Here on top, we want to have like an edit option. OnlyFans, yeah, we shouldn't forget about that. Take this. That's fine. Change your feed to profile. That is correct. Your profile. I mean, we have to keep in mind that this is now not only our profile, but we will adjust the information if we visit someone else's profile. Then we of course don't want to show this edit option, and we want to show the profile image here. Yes, for other people or do we? I mean, if we're on the profile anyways, I don't think we need this. So like this, but first of all, we want to show some skills. Like this, put skills in here. And then we have some kind of a list. I think I have some vector graphics for programming languages. Yeah, I do. We could make the skills, or we could make it top skills. So we could say we only always show like 5 skills that are all listed here as some kind of badges. Or we could make this a horizontal scrollable row. Edit should be replaced with settings. I don't think so, because settings is more like you want to change how the app works and not you want to change your profile. Let's take a look. Which other languages we have? No, I don't want to put Java in here. JavaScript is better. This, we have good old Kotlin, best language in this world. This, we have, what else? Yeah, that is Python, yes. That's all I have. I mean, for now I can add something like Android. But this is not a skill that I will probably list there. I mean, we can easily edit this. It's just a pretty fun thing. Let's add some more space. Make this, I want to center this. Why I didn't pick category on Twitch? I have no idea how Twitch works. This is my first stream. What should I pick there? Is there a category for coding here on Twitch? Because it always wanted me to select a game or so. Yeah, that was just about to do that. That's better. And that will just be a scrollable row. So we add some more. I think that is something I will just do off screen, that I just research all these vector graphics and put them server side when we are actually at that point. Science and tech category, yeah, I will choose that for the next time. I just hope that Twitch records my stream, or actually saves it. So we can now actually have the posts here. Question is, do we want to have, yeah, we want to have some posts, some text. You need a place for settings. Yeah. Question is, which settings do we even have? So what we do need is a logout option. We could just add this also as an icon here, but I don't know which settings we should add here. And do we want to add some background to these images? I'm not sure. I kind of like this. And do we want to have something like Philipp's posts? Yeah. Like this. log out on long click on profile icon. I think that's a little bit hard to guess. So if you don't know that, how should you possibly know that you log out if you long click on the profile picture? Videos are not recorded by default on Twitch. That's not good. So I hope then next time I can make sure that it is. And this time we're missing 30 minutes, sadly. Home profile in bottom navigation view. I think that's still kind of confusing. I would just add an option here in the profile screen on top of in the menu bar. So like, is there a logout icon? Yeah. Like this. Thanks for the link. I will take a look at that later. Now it's too late anyways, I guess. Or is it? Maybe. Let me check that. Can't see the whole link. And I don't want to open it now. Yeah, we'll check that later. Edit icon, right to profile image. That's also an idea. You mean like this? Maybe here. Or like this? Yeah, I kind of like this. Settings icon. Okay, now I give you your settings icon. Like this, but I think we should swap these. Or we make this simply an extendable menu. So we just have these, how's it called? Just these 3 dots. We click on it, we have settings and logout. So then we directly know what that actually does. So I think that's better usability wise. So menu, not this. How is it called? There are names for these menus. Not menu designs. I want to. How? Hamburger menu. That's the with the bars, right? This one. Do you know how this menu is called with the 3 dots? So I can search for that. Hamburger menu. No, that hamburger menu is the long one. Hamburger menu. I don't want this. I want this typical Android menu. Is there? I think it's keep up menu. Not what I was searching for. Mobile menus. It doesn't matter. Let's make our own one. Ellipsis. Is it called ellipsis menu or what? Here, this one. It is called keep up menu. So I wasn't wrong about that. Keep app. Okay, it still doesn't give us that. And menu is, yeah, it doesn't matter. Let's make our own one. Because we are independent. Just like this. It's probably good to big. Oh. Like this. Yeah, I mean, in the app it will look fine anyways. And I think I should center this, I think. Yeah, how do you think that looks like? Someone said that's clear that it's Philipp's posts. I agree with that. Please record next streams with different qualities. Can't you pick a quality level in Twitch? Or can you only see what I stream? Only option, okay. Yeah, I have to look into that. I think there's quite a lot of stuff that's not optimal right now, but it only gets better by actually doing. So I will actually write that down as a little feedback. So things I need to look into. Give me a moment. Open my Notion here. So on the one hand, I have to look into recording streams, and on the other hand, showing streams in different quality. So, but is there an option to pick a quality level? So if I set that up correctly, so do other streams have that? YouTube offers 4K too, yeah. I mean, I think with Streamlabs, I can also just show, I can also just stream to YouTube and Twitch. So maybe that would give us a little bit more views. Do we need that post keyword? I don't know, do we? Thing is, how does it look without? I think it's, yeah, it's cool. Just like this. I think this looks actually decent, the profile. I like this banner here on top. The language icons would be better smaller. Which language? Oh, programming languages. Let's try that. Yeah, you're right. That looks better. Think like this. So yeah, is that actually it for the profile screen? I think so. Now we also want to have the option to edit it when we click on this pen. Followers and following, you're right. Thank you. And also we want to have a send message button. Question is, where do we add that? I would add it quite on top. So probably below, either below the bio, or we make it as an icon in this bar, in this row. We also kind of want to show how many followers this person has, right? Followers to the left, following to the right. Yeah, that's the one thing, but we also want to have a button to follow, and we want to have a button to send a message. Let's try that. Just have a random number here. And like followers. That's... I don't like this. But if we have some kind of bar that goes, that just lies over this overlay a little bit and over this background a little bit, and then we put in the followers there. I don't know. That is experimental. Let's try that. I mean, like this, and obviously it needs to connect here. Let's do it like this. And nope. Like this. But this doesn't look that good. No, no, no. We don't do this. Well, we add just one more row here. What will happen when we scroll? I think it's just nested scroll that we implement here. Don't even know how difficult that is with Compose, but it is possible, I think. So just that everything scrolls to the top. We could surely have some cool animations here, but that would probably also make it quite complex. I know motion layout, but we will use Compose. So let's just try something. Let's just move, come on. Let's just move this a bit down and have an extra section here. Or better, move it a little bit, oops, together. Then we have followers, following, and posts. Yeah, it's kind of difficult. That doesn't look that good. Can we move links onto the banner? You mean like YouTube does it? Yeah. Let's just try that. If we have these links, we could have some here and some here. And then have some gradient, you know? Just how do we do this? No. I think I need an overlay here. So we say we have a linear gradient here from black to transparent, and we make this. Why is this white? I don't know why it makes that white. Yeah, but I don't think that would look that good. I mean, moving that onto the banner would look fine as long as we make sure it has a dark background at that part. So gradient would work, but we could also do it like 2 here and 2 on the other side. Could add something like Facebook or so. But I'm not too sure about that, to be honest. I think this looks good. What exactly do you mean? When it's on the banner or as it is now? Let's also, yeah, let's first add the buttons. And then we see how we get these here. Links in toolbar. I think that's too much for the toolbar, to be honest. Let's take such a button. I'm not sure if we want this in green, but a little bit smaller. Follow. Where do we put this? Center it. The thing is, we also want the button to send a message. We could also make a message icon. I mean, what we can do is we can just take the send message icon instead of the pen icon, because that will display when we're on our own profile, and the send message icon will when we're on another profile. How do you like that? I think that's how I will do it. If we do it, put this here and the follow button here. That's difficult, but this might actually look good. In the app, we just make sure that we have a little bit of gradient here. follow button in toolbar? I don't think so. I think that doesn't look that good. Can I either like it like this, or we center it? So we do it like this. Not centered. Oh, it is, but this is not centered. It is, okay. Doesn't look like that. This is not centered. Like this. I think I will leave it like that for now. We can still add this later. Edit this later. Have the skills here. I will add it here. This is better. You think that we should move the skills maybe to the other side? How about that? Then we have to limit the skills, obviously. Maybe to like 3 top skills. That looks fine. Let's just say we add the top 3 programming languages. Like this. And then just have the posts here. Yeah, I like it. That looks good now. That's cool. So let's get to the edit screen so we can actually get this done. Copy this, and that's basically just a bunch of edit text, I would say. I mean, we have the profile image to edit it. We have the username. Let's not do it like this. Instead have edit text for that. Take this, put it here. Like, have the username. Probably a bit like this. What else do we have? We can add edit. What can we edit? We can edit the banner if we click on it. We want to add skills. I think I will just have like a row here for the skills, and then we can just check them like a checkbox. So we use chips, something like chips. So we say we have something like this, make it fully rounded, and let's say we have a border for those that are not selected. That's too bright. Just a bit like this. And say, for example, Kotlin. Yes, we should give this outer circle the same color. And then we just have a bunch of chips here. Let's take Java. So, for example, C#, Let's add one more just to demonstrate this. You can also make this more like this if the text is short. And let's add C++. Like this. And if we select one of these, then we actually highlight it in green. We should also align this properly. So let's say we select Kotlin. Then we want to make this green. And for example, C#. Yes, I think that looks cool. We should also put a headline what it actually is. So let's move this over. Select 3 top skills. Obviously in the actual app there will be more skills to select. Then we want to have text fields for the links. So let's do it like this. And here we have Instagram profile URL. I will probably edit this text later, but just for now that we know what belongs in there. LinkedIn. And GitHub. Bio 2, that is correct. Like this. And that's pretty much it, I think. I think we should also center this, because we did this here as well. Like this. Yeah. And maybe put this here, this here. And it's not centered. Man, why is it giving me the feeling that it's not centered? But this is definitely centered now. But this is not. Now it is. Okay. I think it looks cool. Here we want to remove this menu and say edit your profile, add a back arrow, like this. Icon prefixes, yeah, we can do that. We can add some for these URLs here. Should we? Oh, we can make this maybe put this here. Do you think that looks better? Outline the text box. The thing is, if I add a text box, then I want to stay consistent. I want the text boxes to look the same in my entire app. And here we have tried around with that, with outline text boxes. And in my opinion, this looks better. So we should stay consistent with that. I will just drag over the icon here. Not this one. Come on. Give this. Put it here. Oh, come on. You actually have to perfectly click on the contour. Come on. Okay, now that is linked in. And this one should be here. Ah, like this. Okay, we can remove these. So I think this looks cool. Yeah, this is still running. That is real business here. Let's show Florian what we did here. Look at that. That's not an app, I don't know. We can put skills in scroll view. Yeah, we could do that. I don't even know how many skills I will add here. Maybe like 10 to 20. I think then it's okay not to do it in the scroll view. So what are we missing? Just the search, I would say. Flow layout, yeah, we can do that all then in the app. Save button. I mean, I would just save the changes when we click back. Or we do something like a save button here. I think that's better. That is true. Or like a check mark is better, I think. Put this here. Yeah, that looks fine. Make it a bit smaller. Yeah, let's just get to the search now. Here we don't want the search icon. So the search will be very similar to the chat screen. Search screen, and this is our edit profile screen. Search for users. Here we don't want this bottom navigation view. We can keep this. We don't need any of these. So just the name, which we can make a bit bigger. I don't know. It's a very simple search. And we of course need a search bar. Let's take this one. Bio or status in the search bar. We could do this, but the bio is quite long. We would need to cut it off after like one line. follow button at the end. That makes sense. I kind of like showing the bio a bit. Let's take this. Put it here. And we cut this off after like 2 lines. I'm not sure if I want to add something to directly follow here. I think I'll leave it like that for now. Put this here and duplicate it. You really want me to add this follow button? Okay, let's do it. Follow person. That one here. Yeah, I fully agree that this is better, but I still have to keep the complexity of this app in mind. Because we will still do all of this on stream. But I'll do it. Let's make this a bit shorter. Like this. Or we leave the bio out completely. No, don't add a search button. We will just make a search as we type. Just with a little delay. We can yeah, we could make this green when we want to follow this person. And we can make it red, but then this plus should, then we need to swap this icon out with, I don't know. I don't like this green, to be honest. I will just leave this, and when we follow someone, then we will have a check mark. I will take this now. We will have a check mark. What do we have here? So when we follow someone, it will look like this. And we can then click on the check mark to unfollow. Or I don't know if we want to unfollow here. Wish you a good night, Squall. But can be replaced with followers and following. I kind of like the bio more because it tells you something about the person. Followers and following is just doesn't tell you anything about the person. I think I'll leave it like that. And we also need this. Yeah. And we have the same for when we click on such an element here, we want to see the following people follow us. I mean, it's the question if we want to see that. And also, we want to see the liked, the people who like the post. When we click on that, this is going to take a long time to go. Oh yes, I have no idea what I'm doing here. But the coding is actually fun, and it doesn't matter if you watch this from the beginning on or if you just jump into it when we're already in the middle of the project. You will still learn something. So yeah. So the chat and messaging stuff is definitely something I will do at the end, because that is quite complex, because it involves WebSockets and stuff. Add button screen still needs to be designed. Which add button? Yes, I want to make everything in Compose, yes. Add post one. Oh, you're right. Ah, that is so much. Yeah, let's do it. Which is the most similar one? None of these, I would say. I think the edit profile screen. Create post screen. But that's simple. That one is simple. Create a new post. The checkmark will stay the same. This is not necessary. This is not necessary. These are not necessary. We want to have a picture here for the post image. Like, let's remove some of these and give this rounded corners on every corner. And then we can just give this post a description. Like this. Remove this. Remove this. And there's our post screen. Yeah. I mean, what else do we need? Nothing, right? Oh no, I won't add a gallery section here. That's too much. I will just open the gallery from the device in an external app. The bio is not important when we actually make a post, because we know our bio. Of course, it will show when... No, it won't show for other posts. It's not relevant. I mean, it's relevant on profiles, but not on posts. Oh, that's what you mean. You're right. Yeah, your just description, I would say. Thank you. Yeah, but that's fine. And if the post is not showing, then yeah, let's remove the image here. How do we do that? Let's just make a new one, so we know how our image looks like. We just make the border radius here. I don't want it to have fill. I want it to be like this, and we add an icon to add something here. I think this looks cool. this. And it's the question, do we... Yes, I think it's lighter, it's a bit better. Like this. Maybe we add an image cropper from an external library, I don't know yet. What makes sense here, and I don't like the circle one actually. Just this one. Yeah, that looks fine. Okay, so now we can create posts. So the only thing that's missing is a list of people. In the end, that is what we have on our search screen. Because no matter if we click on followers, or on liked by, it will always display a list of people. And a list of people will just be this. So that's just a screen with a list of people. Yeah, there is a lot of empty space, that's true, because we don't add much information for each post. But yeah, what should we put in that empty space? I don't know. But I will copy the search screen now. Just make this a like person list screen. Here we can just adjust the headline, for example, liked by. We don't need the search bar, but we just want this list. Oops. Like this. And isn't that it? Could maybe center it. Yeah, we could think about that. Like around this. Yeah, now it's centered. I'm not sure. Setting screen. I don't know which settings we want to have here. I don't have any settings I want to implement. I'll leave it like that. Everything beyond this makes it too complex. It is already too complex for his live stream app. But we will do this. We will do this. It's fun. And coding will be much more fun. So here is a little bit of a screen, a typo. What is it? Post detail screen. No, also no categories. That would also be too much. I wonder here if we should make this smaller. Like this, and give it rounded corners. And put this like up here. No. Let's leave it like that. A light or dark theme toggle is missing. You have that in your phone. I'm not going to implement that now. And I also don't want a light theme here, because that would require us to make all that again with another theme. But it looks cool if you ask me. So I will consider these mockups done for now. Maybe we change some details later in the app. But I really don't want to add anything more in terms of functionality to this. Just if I change something, then just to change something and not to add something. Will you jump into backend after design? I will do backend and the app probably simultaneously, but probably the first thing we do is just implement the design in the app. Just all the composables and stuff. That's usually what I do first. But I'm also quite new to Compose, so yeah, I will also learn a lot with this project. So what database will you be using? That's another question. Probably MongoDB. That's simple. Do an XML. No, sorry, I made a story on Instagram. People wanted me to use Compose. Either MongoDB or PostgreSQL. One of these. I'm not sure if we need very complex queries here, then an SQL database would be cool. But MongoDB is just so flexible. You can just change stuff and nothing breaks. Yeah, so I will now answer some questions for like 10 minutes or so, and then I will end the stream. So it was a lot of fun to design these mockups. I hope for you as well. So if you have any questions, as long as I can answer these, it shouldn't be something too specific. But yeah, similar Q&A as on Instagram would be cool. What are you going to use for hosting Heroku? No, probably my own Ubuntu server. I like that because it's cheap, it's simple. And on Heroku, if you want to use databases on Heroku, I think you need to use these, you need to pay for that. A lot of work for you with the chat. That's true. That's why I do that last, so I can better estimate how long this will take at all. But I also plan to make more frequent streams, so not only like once a week. So this week, the following week I can't because I'm not at home the entire week. But from the week afterwards, I can maybe do like just more streams. Maybe like 3 a week for the first 3 weeks. And if these streams are really all like 3 or 4 hours long, we can really get this done. What days will you be streaming? Good question. So I think we can keep Sunday for now as a day. So next Sunday I will be streaming. But then I will also stream, yeah, which days? I think I will just post about that in my Instagram story once I thought about that. Is there an alternative to Android Studio? Yes, you can use IntelliJ, but it's not recommended because Android Studio is just specifically made for Android development. IntelliJ is a little bit lighter, so if you have a really shitty PC, then it might be worth trying out. But I would always use Android Studio if you can. And you can, if you use Flutter and stuff, you can use Visual Studio Code. Put your stream schedule at Instagram. Yes, either Instagram or I think I can also put that on Twitch itself. Will you updating in GitHub? Yes, I will put this in GitHub. And I will also take a look at how I can set up a stream bot. So you can just get the GitHub URL here in this stream chat with commands. We're going to take pull requests. No, I think I will do this project here alone in the stream, but I will always consider your feedback, as you probably noticed in this video, in this stream. Because yeah, I really like that because we really made this together. There was a lot of stuff that I made that didn't look good, but I didn't realize it doesn't look good. So you told me that, and we figured out a way that actually now looks quite decent. What is the best resource for Android development? There's a lot of stuff on YouTube is old. Yeah, I mean, what should I say? Check out my YouTube channel. My Kotlin playlist isn't deprecated. My Android Fundamentals playlist is mostly not deprecated. It has some deprecated videos, like Intent Service, I think, but most of the videos aren't. It was a good stream experience. Yeah, glad you liked it. Thank you. The next streams will be more fun, I promise that. We will actually get into coding and you will learn more, because I, of course, know the coding part much better than the designing part, but this is just something we have to do here. Data store instead of shared preferences. Yes, I like data store. And I'm not sure, is it already stable? I think it's at least in beta. So for production apps, I still use shared preferences. You can't go wrong with that, but in personal projects, I use data store. It's just cool to use these with flow. It's an release candidate. Okay, yeah, it will be soon stable, I guess. Compose versus XML in 2021. XML. I made a video about that if Compose is production ready. And right now I don't think so. Let's see how it is in stable. I don't know if they add some more features into it or if it's just officially considered stable. But there are quite some things that you like to have in apps, in many apps, but you can't add yet in Compose, like, for example, shared element transitions or diff-util animations for recycle views. So if I do freelancing apps, I always use XML and probably will do that for quite a while, unless it requires me to build really custom UI, because for that Compose is much better. I'm already stuck between Flutter and Kotlin. Let's see your next stream and I will decide about it. See the stream and you will decide for Kotlin. Wouldn't it be easier to use Firebase for your database? No, I hate Firebase. It will backfire because it just comes with some weird limitations. Like, for example, we couldn't do this simple search with Firebase. It's not possible. It's only possible if you use third-party providers like Algolia. But you can't make Firestore queries where you just check if a string in a document contains a specific value. So if I just search for Lackner here, then in Firebase there would not be any way to find this profile. And that sucks. Will you do a cache in the app? Nope. That would be too much. Compose will take time for developers to get into. That is true. Same for me. And I also take this stream here as a learning opportunity to actually work on real projects while still putting out content. Please make videos on building custom UI with Compose. Yes, that is on my list. My next paid course will be about Canvas with Compose, but I'm also waiting until it's stable with that. Any plan for Kotlin multi-platform content? Not really plans right now, but it is in my mind. So I plan to buy a MacBook once the new MacBooks get out, the new MacBook Pros, 16-inch. I probably want to get one of these, and then I can also make KMM stuff. But also, it doesn't make sense before Compose is stable. I've tried it here on Windows, and it's a pain to get the versions right. Is it okay to use deprecated functions or classes? No, I wouldn't say so. Otherwise, it wouldn't be deprecated. They will work, but deprecated just means, hey, there's a better way to do it, and in future these functions might be removed. What will we do next week? We will we will think about the database design that we need. I have to think about if we use MongoDB or an SQLDB. If we have an SQLDB, then we will make the database schema for MongoDB as well. Then we just don't have relations. And then we will jump into coding. Think about the architecture. Bye bye, Red Death BK. Thanks for watching. And hello Yakko VMM. You are pretty late. I'm going to end the stream in like 5 minutes. But the next one will be next Sunday. Have you ever been to Croatia? No, but that is on my list. It's not too far from Germany. Didn't get the notification. What did I miss? You missed how we made these mockups for the app that we will build in future streams. It's a social network for you guys, for your community. We have a main feed with some posts of those you're following. We have a post detail screen, chat screen, messages, activity like an Instagram. And yeah, profile and stuff like that. Will be quite a bunch of work. Actually, I'm glad that you decided to come back to Android Dev with Compose content. Yes, of course, Android is the best with Kotlin. Single activity pattern, yeah, that's how you do it in Compose. Compose only needs one activity. Creator of Gradle must die in hell. Yeah, well. That will also be a pain in the stream. We could always make Q&As when Gradle is building. That's cool. I hope it doesn't drop frames or so. Is the streaming going to be available to review? Yes, theoretically. But for some reason, my Streamlabs didn't want to record one part of the stream. Like, half an hour of it is gone. But for the next streams, I will take care. So I recorded everything except for like half an hour. And that will be on YouTube. What are you using for DI? I will use Hilt. And for Ktor, I will probably try using Coin. Never tried that with Ktor, but makes sense. Yeah, alright guys. Looks like that's it. Thanks for everyone who watched all of it, and also thanks for everyone who just joined and yeah, checked out the stream. I'm very happy to do these future streams. I think it will be a lot of fun. It's also some additional content for my YouTube channel, which is cool, so everyone who missed it will also get to see it. And yeah, thanks a lot. I wish you an amazing evening, morning, wherever you are. And I hope I'll see you then in the next streams on next Sunday. Probably same time, 4 p.m. Central European Summer Time. But I will announce it on Instagram and probably on YouTube as well. So, bye guys. Was a lot of fun. Have a nice day.